When SeaWorld asked me to host a television special, I knew it'd be about the ocean. What I didn't know is that the topic was the object of debate for centuries, and that SeaWorld's newest attraction is aimed at exploring this mystery. I'm Laura Nancaro. During this program, we'll examine the phenomenon known as the Bermuda Triangle. We'll take a look at some of the triangle's extraordinary events, and we'll visit SeaWorld's Mission Bermuda Triangle, a new attraction that captures the essence of this intriguing place. Just as the Bermuda Triangle presents challenges that fire the imagination, SeaWorld's Mission Bermuda Triangle presents a spine-tingling experience that takes you down 1 mile to the bottom of the sea. Both are filled with secrets and surprises, but neither can answer the questions that have troubled mankind for hundreds of years. Why have hundreds of planes and ships disappeared without a trace? What makes expert pilots suddenly lose their way? And how do seemingly seaworthy boats end up abandoned? Those of us who live near the sea take our association with the ocean for granted. But for centuries, even landlocked countries have relied on the sea. At SeaWorld, researchers have been fascinated by the undersea world for more than 30 years. The world's oceans are actually a vast interconnected body of water covering more than 140 million square miles. We know the oceans reach depths of at least 35,000 feet, but man has only explored a tiny portion of this immense liquid space. Marine life experts, even those at SeaWorld, barely understand the millions of creatures who live in the sea, while SeaWorld zoologists have unraveled the mysteries surrounding the births of killer whales and now understand how penguins survive in the frigid Antarctic. The sea still holds many secrets. One section of ocean, a roughly 440,000 square mile expanse that extends from Bermuda to southern Florida, then east through the Bahamas, past Puerto Rico, and then back to Bermuda, is known as the Bermuda Triangle. It is a mystical place, a place where myths and legends are formed, a place that scientists, no matter how hard they try, can't quite explain. There are several unusual characteristics in this area. Some have reasonable scientific explanations. Others are seemingly inexplicable. A powerful current called the Gulf Stream, a sort of river within the ocean, travels along the east coast of Florida, forming the northwest border of the triangle. This indigo blue stream moves at a quick pace and for centuries has been responsible for pushing sailors off course. If a ship or plane meets its misfortune while in the Gulf Stream, this strong current can easily spread wreckage over hundreds of miles, literally wiping out the scene of the accident. In direct contrast to the Gulf Stream, the sluggish, nearly stagnant Sargasso Sea also lies in the Bermuda Triangle. For hundreds of years, sailors have reported seeing abandoned vessels trapped by seaweed in the Sargasso's becalmed waters. Other oddities have been reported in the triangle's boundaries. The Apollo 12 astronauts, while circling the Earth in 1969, noted a strange glow coming from the vicinity of the Bermuda Triangle. This same strange glow was described by Christopher Columbus during his voyage of 1492. The mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle is really part of a larger mystery of the sea itself. The first serious attempt at understanding the world's oceans occurred in 1872. A three-masted square rigger, the HMS Challenger, embarked on a global voyage to map currents, measure temperatures, and collect biological samples. The trip took 4 years and collected sea life from the unprecedented depth of 2,000 feet. The fascination with the non-terrestrial world had begun. Today, marine biologists, like those at SeaWorld, use sophisticated equipment to learn all they can about the ocean and its inhabitants. Powerful satellites track weather systems, and radar has mapped the seafloor. Yet we seem to lack reasonable scientific explanations for many of the strange occurrences in the area known as the Bermuda Triangle. Widespread interest in these mysteries are what prompted SeaWorld to bring the Bermuda Triangle to San Diego. Science has come a long way since ships like the HMS Challenger and San Diego's own Star of India set sail. Technology now makes it possible for SeaWorld to build an attraction that transports you directly to the Bermuda Triangle. Still, despite our computers, simulators, and satellites, remarkable events continue in the Bermuda Triangle. Next, we'll investigate some of the most famous disappearances. Even the skeptics among you will have to admit something strange is going on there.
When SeaWorld created Mission Bermuda Triangle, we wanted you to experience firsthand the mystery and the intrigue behind countless inexplicable disappearances. We wanted you to feel the same kind of excitement as those who entered the triangle, only to never return. But there was one thing we didn't count on. It's not very good for repeat visits. Mission Bermuda Triangle, now disappearing at SeaWorld.
The Bermuda Triangle truly is a mysterious place. Hundreds of ships and planes have disappeared there. Thousands of lives have been lost as victims simply vanish, leaving behind no bodies, no wreckage, nothing. The Coast Guard classifies these as disappeared at sea because lost at sea would indicate some wreckage was found. While sailors have known about the Triangle's unusual dangers since before the Star of India set sail, the area didn't receive widespread notoriety until a tragedy involving a Navy squadron in 1945, the ill-fated Flight 19. December 5th, 1945 was described by other pilots as ideal for flying. 5 TBM-3 Avengers took off on schedule, assumed flight formation, and headed out to sea toward the Bahamas. Their flight plan covered less than 500 miles. Suddenly, a distress message from the mission's flight leader indicated instrument failure and loss of direction. Shortly after that, communication was lost and the tower could only listen as the pilots described gyros and compasses that were going crazy. The final message heard by the tower came faintly through the static. We're completely lost. Flight 19 was never seen nor heard from again. The instructor who taught Flight 19 just before they launched for the last time was Duffy Borden.
I can still see their faces, all of them, and like I said, I was the last one to see them all alive. And it was just like the most simple little 3-pronged navigation hop in the world. You could fly it without a compass. But there they go out and just, that was it, the end of it. No survivors, no oil slicks, no debris, no conversation, no nothing. Something's wrong down there.
A Martin Mariner flying boat was immediately dispatched to the plane's last known position. After crisscrossing the ocean, the crewmen reported that they hadn't seen a thing, but would continue to search. That was the last transmission ever received from the Martin Mariner before it too disappeared. The next morning, the Navy mounted a massive search. Hundreds of planes, ships, and private craft joined in the rescue effort. 380,000 miles of sea, coast, land, and swamp were combed without ever uncovering a single shred of evidence. While Flight 19 and the Martin Mariner seaplane remain the Bermuda Triangle's most famous aircraft disappearances, there are some incredible incidents involving ships. In 1918, the 14,500-ton USS Cyclops was reported overdue, carrying a cargo of manganese ore. And with World War I raging, theories regarding her disappearance ranged from hijacking to an explosion to her being overpowered by traitors. While all remain possibilities, the only certainty is the Cyclops and her crew of 309 vanished without a trace. In 1963, the enormous freighter Marine Sulphur Queen vanished while on her way to Norfolk, Virginia. And in 1973, the 20,000-ton Anita also disappeared. From huge vessels to private boats and commercial airliners to small planes, all have vanished without a trace in the Triangle. Many have disappeared in daytime, in good weather, and they continue to disappear, completely vanishing as if they were snatched from the earth. You can imagine lookouts spending countless hours watching empty seas, hoping for any signs of survivors. The USS Cyclops and Flight 19 joined dozens of others in a ghostly honor roll of ships and planes claimed by the Bermuda Triangle. But sometimes astonished participants survive and provide first-hand details of the strange phenomena taking place there. Conventional theories can't quite explain some of these eerie events. The most famous non-disappearance in the Bermuda Triangle happened in 1971. A national airline 727 passenger jet disappeared from air traffic control screens for a full 10 minutes before suddenly reappearing. The plane landed without incident, and in fact, no one on board reported anything unusual. After learning of the strange episode, crew members checked their watches and discovered all were 10 minutes slow. The Bermuda Triangle is full of bizarre tales. Pilots have reported wings aglow with strange lights, fuel gauges switching from full to empty, altitude indicators bouncing up and down, and gyros spinning. One ship's captain described his tow as being pulled into a glowing, localized fog bank before being dragged straight down as if caught in a whirlpool. Author, traveler, and Bermuda Triangle expert Charles Berlitz describes his unusual experience in the area.
Our lights went out. We lost the motor of the ship, and we couldn't send radio messages and couldn't receive them. So it left us sitting out there in the ocean with the ship unable to navigate.
SeaWorld's newest attraction, Mission Bermuda Triangle, brings experiences like this to life and allows you to feel the exhilaration of traveling through this hazardous underwater world. Mission Bermuda Triangle will rekindle the debate between the known world of science and the unknown world of possibility. Could the odd electromagnetic fluctuations within the triangle be the answer to the disappearances? Sailors know these anomalies can affect their compasses. Perhaps the region's unpredictable weather patterns, sudden violent storms, waterspouts, and sea tornadoes are to blame. But can these explain the odd circumstances that surround so many triangle tragedies? One theory is that an alien life form is collecting human beings and their vessels for study. Could they be generating the camouflaging fog that swallows boats and planes? Or is there some mysterious life form in those deep ocean trenches, perhaps a survivor from the age of dinosaurs? There are many theories, whichever you believe. For now, scientists must settle for partial explanations of these extraordinary events. Einstein had a theory that the Bermuda Triangle was an interdimensional doorway to another world, a sort of corridor between here and, well, somewhere else. Whether reports about the triangle are perceived as fact or dismissed as fallacy, the controversy has always stirred up many questions. Soon, curiosity seekers will be able to go to SeaWorld for answers. The park's newest attraction, Mission Bermuda Triangle, takes you to the scene of the mysteries. When we come back, we'll find out just how SeaWorld brought the Bermuda Triangle to San Diego.
Hey, SeaWorld has changed.
Really changed.
Whoa, what's this?
Ah.
The wilderness.
Ooh. Look.
Hi, Mom. Holy cow.
Those are killer whales, Pete.
Hey, the shark's got a new pad.
If it weren't for that glass, we'd be lunch.
Hey, when did this pop up?
Whoa!
Come see all that's new at SeaWorld.
I think the car's this way.
No, it's that way.
Did we drive?
A host of specialists at SeaWorld have been busy recreating a Bermuda Triangle of sorts here on Mission Bay. Vessels like this one set the stage for the attraction. Mission Bermuda Triangle uses the latest in flight simulation and film technology to give you the impression that you're diving to the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle. Every detail has been painstakingly recreated, making this a thrilling simulation that brings the Bermuda Triangle to life. Exploring the great mysteries held by the ocean has always interested the staff at SeaWorld. The challenge was to turn that curiosity into a realistic journey that transports you to the bottom of the sea. Mission Bermuda Triangle gives SeaWorld visitors the experience of exploring a mystery that runs 1 mile deep. Yaz Takata and the Midland Production Company were given the assignment of creating the attraction.
The challenge of this show is to take people where they've never been before, deep underwater. And the ocean is a very mysterious place. There's very much it's unpredictable and really very much unknown about it. And we hope through this show to take them on an adventure to experience, to get the visceral experience of going deep underwater.
The cornerstone of Mission Bermuda Triangle is a film based on actual reports and surveys of the ocean floor. No computer graphic imagery was used. all scenes were shot by camera for a more real appearance. The underwater footage was then skillfully knitted together with designed lighting and a whole library of special effects to achieve the illusion. Midland's Joel Latachek explains.
And in this show, it's got a nice slow build-up. We see some underwater life. It's very interesting. It's informative. You know, you see a lot of things. And then you come down, you find the ship's discovery, and then everything breaks loose, and the whole ship starts shaking. There's an earthquake, and that's when the stuff starts falling on you, and the speed of the ride builds. It's kind of a dramatic build.
While the film was being prepared and synchronized to a complex series of motions, construction began on a 1-acre site of SeaWorld property. 4 cabins, each a simulated deep-sea submersible, were installed. Using flight simulator technology, each cabin is powered from a motion base and is capable of pitch, roll, and vertical movements. In selected directions, the cabin is designed to move as much as 9 feet. Huge screens were installed to accommodate a high-definition video laser disc projection system. Craftsmen from dozens of disciplines were involved.
Since this is film-based, it required that we find a good film production company who could bring nature photographers to the equation, along with musicians who could write the musical score that backs up the film, the artists and art directors that actually theme the building itself, the people that design the cabin interior for the submarine that is the vehicle in which we descend a mile down into the depths of the Bermuda Triangle. So it's really a collaborative effort that ultimately involves several hundred people.
Come in, M2. This is Rescue 1. Do you copy?
SeaWorld is committed to making Mission Bermuda Triangle as realistic an experience as possible. This 23-foot-long model of one of the deep-diving submersibles theoretically could dive to a depth of 13,000 feet. You'll travel in a craft just like this one that simulates the technology and realism of an actual research vessel. When we come back, we'll take you inside Mission Bermuda Triangle and give you a sneak preview of an experience that includes the thrill of undersea exploration without getting wet.
For just about the price of 2 visits, the SeaWorld 12-month pass. Give us a year, and we'll change your world.
I'm inside the Barracuda, one of Mission Bermuda Triangle's deep-sea submersibles. This is where you'll sit as you embark on a remarkably realistic journey to the depths of the Bermuda Triangle. As you experience Mission Bermuda Triangle, you'll be bombarded with information that will make you believe you're actually diving to the bottom of the ocean. SeaWorld built this attraction so that you can live the mystery, feel the intrigue, experience the thrill, have a good time, and live to tell about it. Even though we're nearing the 21st century, undersea exploration is still a difficult undertaking. There are many obstacles. There's the crushing pressure of traveling to great depths and total dependence on communications and life support systems. Most people will never get a chance to explore the mysteries of the deep ocean. However, Mission Bermuda Triangle takes you there. You step into the cabin. Doors close behind you. You're instructed to fasten your seatbelt. Suddenly, you feel as if you've been dropped into the sea, and you find yourself descending deeper and deeper. The effect upon the mind and body is extraordinary.
The first time I got on a simulator, I didn't know what to expect. And immediately, I was blown away. The effect of having motion tied in sync with film, and then you add the sound, the effect upon the body is startling.
SeaWorld is famous for incredible encounters with marine life, and a journey aboard Mission Bermuda Triangle is no exception. Wonderful and mysterious things pass by your viewport as you travel the ocean's depths. There are some tranquil moments, but don't forget, the Triangle can be a hazardous place. The entire journey is an absolutely believable experience with an element of imagination weaved in. If you didn't believe in the Bermuda Triangle when you began your trip, you may change your mind before you disembark.
The compass is spinning. Sonar not responding. Mayday! Mayday!
Oh, I'm a believer. I'd like to think that there are mysteries and things that are out there that we simply don't have all of the answers for, that there's still some magic and mystery in the world. I think there's too much evidence out there that the things that are reported to have happened in the Bermuda Triangle region really have, and I've yet to hear reasonable explanations for most of them. So, yes, I am a believer.
It doesn't really matter how you feel about the Bermuda Triangle, because this attraction takes you on a fascinating journey, whether you believe the region's lore or not. Mission Bermuda Triangle provides a perfect complement for SeaWorld's other attractions. The folks here never intended to solve all the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. Rather, they wanted to fill you with intrigue and leave you wondering about this bizarre mystery. Now you can dive into this wonderful mystery at SeaWorld's new Mission Bermuda Triangle. So come on in for a test dive before it disappears.
When SeaWorld created Mission Bermuda Triangle, we wanted you to experience firsthand the mystery and the intrigue behind countless inexplicable disappearances. We wanted you to feel the same kind of excitement as those who entered the triangle, only to never return. But there was one thing we didn't count on. It's not very good for repeat visits. Mission Bermuda Triangle, now disappearing at SeaWorld.
Hey, SeaWorld has changed.
Really changed.
Whoa, what's this?
Ah.
The wilderness.
Ooh. Look.
Hi, Mom. Holy cow.
Those are killer whales, Pete.
Hey, the shark's got a new pad.
If it weren't for that glass, we'd be lunch.
Hey, when did this pop up?
Whoa!
Come see all that's new at SeaWorld.
I think the car's this way.
No, it's that way.
Did we drive?
For just about the price of 2 visits, the SeaWorld 12-month pass. Give us a year, and we'll change your world.